Hello everyone, welcome back. We are here with another week of science and I am so excited to begin learning with you, or continue learning with you, I guess. I'm sorry. This week we are going to continue learning about asking questions and how asking questions can help us be better scientists. Last week we began to look at Last week, we began to learn how to look for proof to explain what we saw. This week, we will continue this line of thinking and use it to help us explain the scientific world around us. Now let's review what I asked you to do last week and talk about how we can tell something is happening. I asked you to look at different pictures and asked you to help me explain what was going on, right? So pretend I showed you this picture. How do you know what's going on? What do you see? Now you might tell me, Ms. Jacobson, kids are looking at a tree. And I might look at it and say, okay, sure. Kids are looking at a tree. But how do you know kids are looking at a tree? I can tell those are children because they do not appear to be very old. I can tell this is a tree because it looks like a tree, but also because it appears to have a cracked, rough exterior or outside that looks like bark, which is on the outside of most trees. Their eyes are in the direction of this tree, which leads me to think these children are looking at the tree. Now in this photo, I also see a string around the tree, which leads me to think they're not just looking at the tree. But I'm not sure what's going on, so I can't really get into it much more without reading more into my investigation journal here. But do you see how I used information I already knew to help me figure out what was going on in the photo? Now, when you make determinations like that, you do that all the time. I'm wondering if you realize you're doing it. Now, I don't sit and think through everything I see like that all the time. When you said, Miss Jacobson, there's children looking at the tree, the first time, you had already gone through all of those thought processes that I then talked through. Your brain moves that quickly. Did you know that? You're that smart. Your brain moves that fast. Now I'm going to show you a video today. You don't have homework for me. I would love to know what you learned from the video, so I would love for you to share your learning with me. I would love for you to share something with me. But asking the right questions is very important in a scientific world. Now I have a jar from some yogurt here in my hand. This is how big the jar is. It fits in my hand. I'm going to put something in it. Have you ever played the game 20 Questions? Where you ask someone questions to try to figure out what they're hiding from you? We're going to play that right now. Now it's going to be very hard because essentially I'm playing with myself. but we're going to do it. I'm going to drop something in this container. Listen. Now, based on what you know, what do you think is in here? Doesn't sound like a dice. Sounds hard. I can't see it coming out the top, so it's definitely smaller than this jar, which is this big. There's plenty of room left in the jar. Doesn't sound like a dice. Doesn't sound like a pom-pom. What does it sound like to you? This is the part, maybe you just saw it. This is the part where you would ask me questions like, is it something you use for school? Is it something you use at home, in your kitchen, or in your living room? And I would say, no, no, no. Is it something you could use at the store? I would say, yes. Is it something you use to clean? No. Is it something you use to buy something? I would say yes. Can you put it in a machine? Yes. Can you hand it to a person? Yes. And I would say, in my jar is a quarter. You could have also asked, is it round? Is it silver? Is it flat? And those would have gotten you your answer too. If you know your differences in coins, after knowing it's silver and flat and round, you could have asked, does it have ridges on the side? If I would have said no, you would have known instantly it was a nickel, because nickels don't have ridges on the side. Okay? Asking the right questions can get you all of the scientific information you need. Enjoy your video today. I'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye, everyone.